I think we've sat down long enough, don't you? Okay, so we're sticking with a television theme. Done quite a bit of film and television this evening, but we're sticking with the television theme. When I count to 2 and you hear the music, you become that evil arch enemy of the famous Doctor Who. You become the Daleks. On the count of 2, and when the music starts, you become the Daleks. 1, 2, you are Daleks. Woo! Let's have you exterminating the Doctor. Brilliant. Okay. When I touch you on the shoulder, you are the world's oldest Dalek. The world's oldest Dalek, when I touch you on the shoulder, barely able to move. Poor old thing. When I touch you on the shoulder, you are a Dalek who has had far too much to drink. When I touch you on the shoulder, you're a drunken Dalek. When I touch you on the shoulder, you are the world's youngest Dalek. You are so young, you're almost in nappies still. Oh, baby Dalek. There's the Doctor. Let's get him exterminated, guys. And when I touch you on the shoulder, you become older still. Older still, the world's ancient Dalek. Okay. When I touch you on the shoulder, you've had a few more beers, you're even drunker. Away you go, mind you don't hurt yourself. Whoops, without crashing into anything or anybody. Drunken Dalek. I might have made a mistake with this one. Okay, when I touch you on the shoulder, you're just a little bit soberer. Okay, not quite so drunk, that's good. When I touch you on the shoulder, I'm afraid you are even older still, barely able to move. When I touch you on the shoulder, you're that baby Dalek learning to speak Dalek. You will exterminate one day, I'm sure. Okay, brilliant. And when the music stops, count to 2, no longer Daleks, back to your seats. No, not just yet. When I touch you on the shoulder, you are a ballet dancing Dalek. Without bumping into anything or anybody, you're a ballet dancing Dalek. When I touch you on the shoulder, you are a ballet dancing Dalek. When I touch you on the shoulder, you become a ballet dancing Dalek. Without bumping into anything or anybody, show us your moves. Ballet dancing Dalek. Beautiful. Give me a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And back to your seats. Brilliant, brilliant. Well done. Brilliant. And sleep. And sleep. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. When I touch you on the shoulder, and I'm only speaking to the person I'm touching on the shoulder. When I touch you on the shoulder, you are a Tina Turner impersonator. Okay. You have all of Tina's sexiest moves. And on the count of 2, you become Tina Turner. Okay, when the music starts, you strut your stuff and show us what Tina is made of. On the count of 2, when the music starts, 1, 2, whoops, hang on, technical hitch. On the count of 2, when the music starts, and it's not going to start anytime soon, okay, and Tina Turner when the music starts. Up on your feet, you Tina Turner, let's see you start. What's love got to do? What's love? Beautiful. And on the count of 2, you become even sexier. 1, 2, even sexier. Join in with him, ladies and gentlemen. Give him some support. On the count of 2, Tina, you out-sex Tina herself. 1, 2, even sexier. Right. Sorry about that. I did go a bit far. On the count of 2, you are the world's oldest Tina Turner impersonator. 1, 2, the world's oldest Tina Turner impersonator. Okay, you need to come back down here towards your chair because you won't be able to stand up for long, my love. Thank you. Okay. And on the count of 2, you become even older. 1, 2, older still. Ancient Tina. Second hand, I think this one's third hand. And on the count of 2, old and doddery, barely able to sing. Tina Turner, 1. Give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Very sexy. And when the music stops, back to your seat, and you are no longer Tina Turner. No longer Tina Turner. And there's your t-shirt. Can we put that back on? Great. Okay. Well done, Tina. I was impressed. Now, let's just give him a chance to get dressed. I did say you weren't going to take your clothes off. You're brilliant. You're doing really well. Thank you. Okay. Get your t-shirt back on. And on the count of 2, I want you to go back to sleep. 1, 2, and sleep. Okay. Gentlemen, I'm talking to all of you now, because I've heard that up here at this club, there are some really fine Elvis Presley impersonators. And on the count of 2, and when the music starts, you 3, I'm talking to all of you gentlemen, on the count of 2, when the music starts, you are Elvis Presley impersonators. So on the count of 2, eyes wide open, up on your feet, and when the music starts, let's see Elvis strut his stuff. 1, 2, you're Elvis impersonator. Let's go! Go! Come on, Elvis, strut that stuff. Well, you can do anything but lay out on my blue suede shoes. This blue suede shoe. Knock me down, step on my face, see my name all over the place. Do anything that you wanna do, but don't honey, stay off of my shoes, don't you? Step on my blue suede shoes. Well, you can do anything but lay out my blue suede shoes. Okay, on the count of 2. You become even sexier Elvises. 1, 2, even sexier. All the ladies can't cope anymore. They want to come up here and throw themselves at you. Keeping your clothes on the count of 2, even sexier. 1, 2, go Elvis! When I touch you on the shoulder, you are the youngest ever Elvis impersonator, the youngest ever impersonator. You're not able, you're barely able to walk. The youngest ever Elvis impersonator. When I touch you on the shoulder, you are the sexiest Elvis ever. You keep your clothes on, but you are the sexiest Elvis ever. Go, man. When I touch you on the shoulder, you become a ballet dancing Elvis. 1, 2, you're now Elvis in ballet. Don't you step on my blue suede shoes. You can do anything. Blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. Blue suede shoes. When the music stops, back to your seats. Fantastic, fantastic. You're doing really well, lads. Okay. This time, on the count of 2, I'm going to ask for a little bit more energy to be exerted. Good, I'm going to ask for a little bit more energy to be exerted. You're doing really well. On the count of 2, you are doing what the Cornish do best. You are surfers. Okay? You are surfers, and when the music starts, I want you to throw your board into the water, and I want you surfing, showing your best moves. Okay? On the count of 2, you are famous surfers. When the music starts, you start surfing. 1, 2, you're surfers. Okay. Up on your board now. Brilliant. Okay. One-legged surfing. One-legged surfing. Let's see you surf on one leg, gentlemen. It can be done. Fantastic. And the other leg. Right. Okay, and on the count of 2, you're surfing backwards. 1, 2, surfing backwards. Okay, keep an eye out over your shoulder. You don't want to collide with anybody. Brilliant. And on the count of 2, down on your knees on that surfboard. 1, 2, down on your knees. Okay, heading towards the shore. It's a bumpy wave. Get your balance. Get your balance. You're going to tumble if you're not careful. Great. And on the count of 2, back up and show us your moves. 1, 2, back up. Show us your moves, lads. Oh, that's fantastic. Brilliant. Fantastic. Okay. Now, on your tummies, paddling your board in.
Try and rest it.
Okay. Going into the shore, you look behind you, and there's a blooming great shark following you in. Come on, paddle, 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 paddle. He's catching you. Oh, he's a man-eater. Come on. Okay. All right, you've got away from him. Up on your board. Let's get back to the beach. You're safe. Well done. That is brilliant. Fantastic. Everybody was safe. Surf in USA. Back to your seats, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Okay, back to your seats. And sleep. And sleep. And sleep. And sleep. And we're almost done. And you have done fantastically well. Fantastically well. Well done. But I just have to, before we finish, I have to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. When I came to see the committee, Dennis didn't want me. No, being Irish, he wanted an Irish act. In fact, what he wanted was the Riverdance crew. Okay, yeah, he did. But they were booked. Guinness had an open day. So he got me instead. But just for Dennis, on the count of 2, gentlemen, the last exertion for the night, the last exertion after which you can treat yourself to a cold beer, but on the count of 2, you become those Riverdance Irish dancers. On the count of 2, you are those Riverdance crew. So on the count of 2, eyes wide open, up on your feet. And remember that in Irish dancing, all the movement is below the hips. And your arms are down by your side. Okay? The arms down by your side. 1, 2, you are Riverdance dancers. Standing up. Here we go. That's it, that's lovely. Okay. A little bit more feeling, lads, okay? That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Oh, fantastic. Come on, give me some encouragement. That's fantastic. It's going to get faster, lads, I'm sorry. It's getting a bit faster. Keep up with the music. Okay, if you feel like joining in, if it's legal and safe to do so, have a go at it. Come on, let's support these dancers. It's getting faster, boys. Woo-hoo! Come on, let's hear some noise. Hey, round we go. That's fantastic. Come back. Good boy. Woo! That's fantastic. Fantastic. It's getting faster. Riverdance was never this wild. Brilliant. Come on, don't stop now. Let's give them some final encouragement. Let's build them up to their crescendo. Irish dancing has never been like this. Okay. Last minute. Show them what you're worth, lads. Going faster. And when the music stops, back to your seats. 1, 2, music stop, back to your seats. You're no longer Irish dancers. Give them a round of applause.